on her desk. Here she is.
And this is something Donald Trump has talked about. The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump.
And not long thereafter, this was at the White House. Well, the celebration was premature for many reasons, in part because most of these files were already public information. But more than that, Pam Bondi neglected to say that the files they were releasing at that time were part of 6 million documents. This was a tiny fraction of the Epstein files. So part of the reason Bondi claimed they didn't release more files at that time was she said they wanted to be very careful not to include the names or identities of victims when they released the files.
We will continue to follow the law with maximum transparency while protecting victims.
Well, they got that wrong too, because when they were finally compelled by law, and Congress passed a bipartisan law to compel the release of the Epstein files, they trickled them out, but still didn't redact all of the victims' names. In fact, some victims appeared over and over and over again in these files, including photographs, nude photographs with the faces of young girls released by the Trump administration, a scandalous injury to people who had already been victimized. Another broken promise by Pam Bondi. Now, even as they failed to redact the victims' names, there's increasing evidence that what they did redact were the names and identities of some of the perpetrators. This is a 2014 email to Jeffrey Epstein from Redacted saying, "Thank you for a fun night. Your littlest girl was a little naughty." This is from 2018. A redacted sender emails Epstein, quote, "I found at least 3 very good young poor, but we was so tired." There's further indication in this email about the subject matter when it says this: "Meet this one, not the beauty queen, but both likes her a lot." Another says she's like Lolita from Nabokov's novel, where the email goes on to say, "Femme miniature," and has a little smiley face. And if you haven't read Lolita,